Welcome back to today's market update. We'll take a quick but comprehensive look at gold, major currency pairs, and global indices, with a strong focus on the upcoming Federal Reserve rate decision this Wednesday, a key event driving market sentiment worldwide. Gold is trading around $3,644 per ounce, just below the all-time high at $3,675. This resistance is critical. A breakout could open the door to fresh record highs. However, FX Street analysts warn that gold looks overbought in the short term, raising the risk of a pullback toward $3,600 or even $3,578. UBS, on the other hand, has raised its year-end target to $3,800, citing expectations of Fed rate cuts, a softer US dollar, and ongoing geopolitical risks. For now, gold is consolidating ahead of Wednesday's Fed decision. EUR/USD is hovering near 11740, supported by an upward trendline. The immediate resistance is at 1.1788. A break above could take the pair toward 1.1835. On the downside, supports are seen at 1.1660 and 1.1609. Traders are cautious as the Fed meeting looms, with the dollar's direction likely to set the next move for the euro. GBP/USD sterling is trading around 13566, testing resistance at 1.3595. If broken, the next upside target is 1.3681. Key supports lie at 13492 and 1.3417. Analysts at FX Street highlight that as long as GBP/USD stays above 1.3332, the bullish bias remains intact. However, Nomura warns that UK fiscal risks could drag the pound back toward 130 in the medium term. This week's focus is on both the Fed and Bank of England policy signals. NZD/USD trades near 0.5958, close to the crucial resistance zone at 0.5960 to 0.5996. FX Street notes that a clear break above could lift the Kiwi toward 0.6040 or higher. But failure to hold 0.590 may trigger declines toward 0.5886 and 0.5833. Recent weak New Zealand services PMI and concerns over Chinese data add pressure, while expectations of multiple Fed rate cuts later this year are offering some support to the Kiwi. USD/JPY. The dollar-yen pair sits around 147.45 after a mild breakout above a descending trend line. Resistance levels are at 148.58 and 149.10, while strong support remains at 146.30. Reuters reports that the Bank of Japan is expected to keep rates unchanged this month, but former officials have warned that persistent yen weakness could fuel inflation, forcing the BOJ to consider a rate hike later this year. For now, USJPY remains range-bound, with Fed policy once again the key driver. DAX, Germany 40. Germany's DAX index is trading around 23,820, approaching resistance at 23,892. A breakout would target the key 24,095 level. On the downside, support is seen near 23,472. The European Central Bank recently held rates steady, but lowered its inflation forecasts, leaving markets cautious and searching for fresh guidance. DAX remains in consolidation as traders await US and Eurozone data. S&P 500, US 500. The S&P 500 stands at 6,590, just shy of its all-time high at 6,600. A breakout here could drive the index into uncharted territory. Supports are located at 6,444 and 6,360. Reuters notes that markets are pricing in a near-certain 25 basis point Fed rate cut this Wednesday. Barclays has also lifted its 2025 S&P 500 target, citing stronger-than-expected earnings and optimism around technology and AI. However, technical indicators such as RSI suggest the rally may be overextended, making Fed guidance crucial for the next move. In summary, markets across gold, currencies, and equities are consolidating ahead of the Fed's highly anticipated rate decision this Wednesday. A 25 basis point cut is widely expected, but the tone of the Fed's statement and the updated dot plot will determine whether risk assets can extend their rally or if we see a sharp pullback. Stay alert, and don't forget to like and subscribe for daily updates.